HighTimeToAwake.com presents High Time to Awake. Bible Prophecy with Craig C. White. Today we have a High Time to Awake, High Alert, Damascus, Syria in Bible Prophecy. The destruction of Damascus may be a prelude to the battle of Gog and Magog. The city of Damascus, Syria, may soon be destroyed, as Isaiah 17 and Jeremiah 49 predicts. Damascus is the capital of Syria and Syria's second largest city, with a population of about 2.6 million in the metropolitan area. Today, Syria is in the midst of a civil war. There is a movement to oust Syrian President Bashar Assad. While most Syrians support the more westernized Assad, Islamist factions led by the Muslim Brotherhood are fighting for control of the country. Today, Syrian rebels, along with defecting military personnel and foreign jihadists, are fighting the Syrian army near the city of Damascus. World governments are scrambling. The UN and US leadership want Syrian President Assad gone. The CIA has been smuggling weapons to the Muslim Brotherhood in Syria to be used to fight the Syrian army. Russia and Iraq want Assad to stay. The US is pushing for Middle Eastern-led military action. The US, UN, Britain, France, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and other world powers are pushing for an escalation of force to oust the Syrian president. In Isaiah 17, the city of Damascus is prophesied to be destroyed. This happened already when Assyria invaded Syria and northern Israel in 734 BC. However, I think it is about to happen again. Bible prophecy often represents two similar events, usually separated by time. Conditions are ripe for a present-day destruction of Damascus. Isaiah 17:1 says, "The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be called a ruinous heap." Jeremiah chapter 49 suggests that Damascus, population 2.6 million, will turn to flee. Today, many Syrians have already fled the fighting, seeking refuge in Turkey, Jordan, Lebanon, and other regional countries. There are currently over 400,000 Syrian refugees in surrounding countries. That is expected to grow to over 700,000 Syrian refugees by the end of 2012. 2.5 million Syrians have already been displaced. I think that we will soon see a mass exodus out of Syria before Damascus is targeted. Attention, high alert. Bible prophecy is unfolding concerning Damascus. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 24. Damascus is waxed feeble, and turneth herself to flee, and fear hath seized on her. Anguish and sorrows have taken her, as a woman in travail. How is the city of praise not left, the city of my joy? Therefore her young men shall fall in the streets, and all the men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord of hosts. And I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus, and it shall consume the palaces of Ben-Hadad. Just a note, Ben-Hadad is the title for several Syrian kings who ruled in Damascus. In Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 27, it says that God will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus. To kindle a fire means that God will send an army to invade Damascus. Today, Turkish troops are lined up along the Syrian border. Tensions are heating up between the Syrian and Turkish armies. I think that God may be sending the Turkish army against Damascus. The prophet Amos also condemns Damascus. This prophecy was fulfilled when Tiglath-Pileser, the Assyrian king, conquered Damascus in 734 BC and carried the Syrian captives away. Like many Bible prophecies, this may also refer to a future event. Amos chapter 1, verse 3. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Damascus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have threshed Gilead with threshing instruments of iron. But I will send a fire into the house of Hazael, which shall devour the palaces of Benhadad. I will break also the bar of Damascus, and cut off the inhabitant from the plain of Avon, and him that holdeth the sceptre from the house of Eden. And the people of Syria shall go into captivity unto Kir, saith the Lord. In verse 5, the plain of Avon is a valley in the northeast part of Lebanon, near the Syrian border. Today it is called the Bekaa Valley. It has been suggested that Saddam Hussein hid weapons of mass destruction here before the invasion of Iraq. It is high time to awake. Talk of a military conflict between Israel and Iran is also on the rise. In Ezekiel chapter 38, a Turkish-led invasion into Israel is described. Turkey is joined by Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya. It may be that shortly after the destruction of Damascus, a Middle Eastern invasion into Israel will occur. God is speaking to the leader of Turkey in Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4. And I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company, with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. I am convinced that Turkish Prime Minister Erdogan is the modern fulfillment of Magog, the primary leader of the land of Turkey, described in Ezekiel chapter 38. So I expect the battle of Gog and Magog to happen soon. Turkey may destroy Damascus. Turkey may also then lead a Middle Eastern invasion into Israel. It is high time to awake and keep watch. You can learn more about the Battle of Gog and Magog in my YouTube video titled Magog Made Easy, or on my website at hightimetoawake.com. High Time to Awake now has 3 new ebooks out. The first one is The Fall of Satan and the Rise of the Antichrist. It is packed with Bible prophecy that is essential for us to understand today, as well as explaining how the revealing of the Antichrist is a sign of the rapture. This book contains some of my most important commentary. God's Great Expectations is a book about God's desire to know us and about the ramifications of knowing Him or rejecting Him. It will challenge and inform every Christian. It contains an in-depth definition of hell in the Bible and a map of heaven. The Last Jews in Jerusalem chronicles the trial of the nation of Israel during the Great Tribulation period. Happily, it also explores the return of the Shekinah glory to Jerusalem and the return of all believing Jews to Israel and life after the tribulation. To read my full commentary, go to hightimetoawake.com. You may also contact me through the website as well as check out my new book. Thanks. Hello, this is Craig C. White. Please check out my website at hightimetoawake.com. And while you're there, check out my new book, High Time to Awake, 7 Misinterpreted Bible Prophecies. It contains several commentaries about prophecies that are about to happen in the world today, including Magog Made Easy, which is about an invasion of Israel led by Turkey, and also in chapter 1, The Fall and Rise of the Antichrist, which tells us that the revelation of the Antichrist on earth is the sign of the rapture. These are important issues for Christians to understand today, so please check out the book at hightimetoawake.com, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.